Hello everyone, this is Daniel, and I'm going to talk about what could be the tribulation time coming up really soon. What do I mean by that? Well, remember, we don't know when the end of the world is going to happen, but we do approximately know the times that we're in. So, what happened today, or yesterday, I believe, was Israel made a peace treaty with Sudan, and before they made a peace treaty with United Arab Emirates and possibly what was it called? Something like Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. So what was going on there? Well, you got to remember that in World War II, during that time, Germany was going to make a peace treaty, a treaty to become the part of the Axis back in 1940. And a few months later, these people got attacked in England, in London, England. These people literally, they were bombarded by Germany. They were literally bombarded, like bombed. Like, bombs were everywhere in London. And basically, like England and Great Britain lost their ability to be part of the Great Axis, but then basically they had to fight hard to get their what was it, basically their strength back to actually fight Germany. England was kicked really hard. They got their butts kicked. They got their butts kicked. So what was going on with that? I hope you didn't hear that. Okay. Anyway, what was going on with that? So also Germany also made peace deals with other countries, and many of them decided to not be dealing with the peace, and the other ones like Italy and not Poland, but other ones like Austria and Italy and even maybe Russia decided to be part of the peace deal. Same thing is happening with Israel, and this Antichrist is quite literally appearing out of nowhere. And once he appears, we will fly. We will fly before that happens. Now, why am I talking about World War II, other than today? You got to remember that history is repeating itself. That people are making literal peace deals all over Israel, like they did with Germany. And let me get that note on that America is basically being part of the whole thing. So America will be destroyed like Germany was destroyed. You gotta remember that. So, in order to really get a grasp on what was going on, America and Israel are God's prime targets. Israel has flown basically straight away from God, so he will put the Antichrist in place of Israel, but then will save Israel in time to be his nation. However, America will be God's main enemy. And so will Rome, and so will some other nations, but especially Rome and America, because we are Babylon. And to say that we are destroyed before everyone else basically, attacks Israel is nothing light to say, because I don't know if this is going to happen, but we could be destroyed before. We could be destroyed before Israel's attacked, God will deal with his enemies shortly after we get raptured. The rapture is the very first miracle that happens. Also, now that's not the very simple miracle, but but the very main miracle that happens is we get raptured. Just to say that now let's just say the peace treaties with Israel and America's getting involved. Let's just say that America has a great deal of problems with knowing that, they're involved with Israel. Because once we know that Israel is the prime target of all these nations, now you gotta remember, this is going backwards. Like, Israel's the main friend, and Germany was a big enemy. And to say that Israel is the main target, all these people are signing in deals before we get raptured. These deals are pretty much, I don't know, maybe the last thing, maybe not. But we have a peace deal, maybe longer than 7 years for that one, Antichrist, but maybe, most likely, 7 years in itself. Because it will be 7 years, then war will happen. And you know what the funny thing is? Maybe it will be a little less, maybe a little more. However, it will be 7 exact years of tribulation. 7 exact years. That's when the Antichrist signs a peace deal with all these nations. And not only that, Israel will be attacked by some of the nations, like parts of Africa like Ethiopia, Sudan, the same thing. And maybe like West Africa in some areas, like, I don't know, like Liberia maybe. Russia, parts of Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, and Turkey, and who knows if Iran is going to be part of the deal. There will be a lot of people putting themselves in the peace treaty, like we already may have. We already will be putting ourselves in the peace treaty, because we're getting involved completely. Just remember, we're getting very close to the end of the world. And if you're blind enough not to see that, then it's not a salvation issue. But I'm just saying, the salvation issue right now is to get saved as soon as possible, because you don't know when your last breath is going to be. Okay? Alright, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.